story Szuch. My parents had 6 kids in 7.5 years. It's a lot of kids. My mom always wanted 6 kids, and she got them. And my dad always wanted 0 kids. So our life was a living hell, especially for my mom. So my parents are in their 80s, and about 2 months ago they decided they were going to sell their 3,000 square foot home because it was too big for the 2 of them. So they did, and they're gonna rent, of course. And then I get a call that they found the perfect house and they bought a house. They're in their 80s. They should be buying a full week's worth of groceries right now. They can do all their shopping at 7-Eleven. There's food in their cabinet that I know I'm gonna be eating long after they're dead. I'm a terrible daughter. So my mom will call me and she goes, hey, we're making a Costco run. And I just roll my eyes. I'm like, what could you possibly need? We're not that old. Mom, you're lying. You're that old. I mean, what's older than you? I explained to them that's why I tell jokes about them, because they're the oldest things I know. So she goes, do you need anything from Costco? I go, yeah, I'll take 2 caskets pronto. So anyhow, when I was born, I was 12 pounds. Huge baby, right? Twice the size of your normal, average newborn. 12 pounds, huge. I was the 5th kid. And when the nurse brought me to my mother, she goes, I need a stroller for this one. I took my chubby little fist and I clocked it right across the top. So, 12 pounds, right? So I was double the size of the baby, twice as much. And recently I realized I've kept that going my entire life. Twice the size. And that's pretty good. I mean, this is something I've managed my entire life. Like if you're a 6-pound baby and you've got 5 or 10 pounds on you, you don't look like this. You are out of shape. You need a diet. I am right where I'm supposed to be. I manage this. So the other day I'm at my doctor's office. She's not quite on board. And I said, are you kidding? This is God's choice for me. It's a birth defect. I mean, if I was 3 times the size, that would be ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. So, hold on. So, we're gonna move on. So, let me tell you, my husband and I have been married for 18 years. We have 2 great kids, a 16-year-old daughter, she's 4.0, goes to an all-girls school, plays basketball, very popular. And then we have my son, Mikey. Now, Mikey has ADHD. And let me preface, I love this kid. I love him. I mean, he brings me a lot of material. ADHD, so he's super hyper. And he will be very loud in the most quietest place and say the most inappropriate thing. Because I live with him, I know. And so like for instance, when he was real little, we're at church and he sees something going on behind him. And I'm like looking at him and I'm like, and I mean, if something actually makes him stop and look, it's bad. So I kind of start blocking his way and he keeps looking around me. And so I look at my husband for a little support and he's like doing this, like, he ain't helping me. So eventually I can't stand anymore, so I don't want Mikey to really see, but I look around and there's like this lady back there, older lady, like going, doing her own thing, singing, going, me. So Mikey sees me looking, he goes, what is her doing, Mama? What is her doing? And so we were ushered out. So like, as he gets older, he's a real funny kid, like, but it kind of scares me. Like one day he'd been gone 15 or 18 hours. And the good mother I am, I decided about that time I should check in with him. So I call him and he answers, or what I think is him. And I go, Mikey? And he goes, yeah. I go, Mikey? He goes, yeah. I go, Mikey, this does not sound like you. Is this you? And he goes, Mama, it's me. I know my own voice. Now, that's funny, but it's a little fucked up. And like one day, he's always on the computer with his headphones, but I swear this kid hears everything. So Mary Ann walks out and she says, Mikey, I need to talk to Mama privately. And he just kind of looks like, goes, is this about your vagina? It was. So then Saturday, we're celebrating my daughter's 16th birthday. And we have 8 16-year-olds in the car and 2 14-year-old boys. And it's very loud, you can imagine. And out of the blue, Mikey screams, hey, what's a rim job? And the car goes quiet except for my husband laughing hysterically. And I'm like, yeah, what is a rim job? I mean, I had no idea. I don't know if anybody knows, but it is disgusting. That's my son. So when he was real little, we're in church, and he's facing, as people are coming into the church, and the rest of us are facing the altar. So he was real young, like 4. So we knew we had to bring crayons, coloring books, a basketball hoop, thermos full of SpaghettiOs. I mean, everything in the world just to keep him busy, because we got there 10 minutes early, which we learned, never take a kid ADHD early anywhere. So he's coloring, and he even would do this, look up, and he would keep coloring, looking around. Go back to his picture, and I'm like keeping an eye on him, look back up, keep coloring, and he's getting bored. So he finally throws down his crayon. He goes, when is Jesus gonna get here? That's my time. Thank you so much.